Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Data Science course, and today we will cover Unit 1.3 of our course, which is about how does data science relate to other fields. Okay. So as I already explained in Unit 1.1, that data science is basically comprises of many fields, including machine learning, statistics, hacking, visualization, presentation, mathematics. So today we will cover these things in more details, that how basically data science relate to other fields. So let us start with today's lecture. So let's start with the statistics. So relation of data science with other fields like statistics, computer science, engineering, computer analytics, and of course social sciences with respect to the computational side. So as I have already told you that first of all let's talk about statistics, that how it is actually related to statistics. In the earlier lectures I have already talked about and I have already tried to relate statistics and data science. What are the commonalities and what are basically the differences between both of them, right? So let's take in a statement of Silver, which actually he told in the joint statistical meeting held in 2013 that I think data scientist is a sex up term for a statistician. So as you know it very well, the Silver is basically, is one of the expert relevant to the statistics. So and this is very common among the statistics expert, that data science is nothing more than a sugar coated statistics or a wrapper around statistics. But I've already explained that there are differences, and we will try to further extend our understanding about these differences, that statistics and data science are not same thing. Yes, data science uses one of the component of the data science is actually the statistics. Okay, so but he told to the audience that I think data scientist is a sexed up term for a statistician. So the same point. Okay, but when we closely look at how data science and how statistics are different and how they are similar, then the two fields is like the difference between these two closely related fields lies in the invention and advancement of modern computer. What does this mean? Invention and advancement of computers. Statistics is not a new thing. It's a very old field. It's one of the old field. It was when even no computer was exist. But at that time data science was not there. So somehow data science is more relevant to computers, powerful computing machines, IT resources like storage, data, and of course from computer science, which we'll talk about later, rather than just statistics. It uses statistics definitely, but statistics is even exists before computers. Okay, so data science is more relevant to computers. Means in order to perform data science you cannot use pen and paper. You have to use power of the computer. You have to use power of the powerful high performance computers to solve the data science problem. However, in statistics, yes, there are various computer softwares are available to automate all these stuff, but you can even able to do it manually. or even this statistical softwares does not require in general very powerful machines. Okay, so this is one of the differences. Okay, so another point. Statistics was primarily developed to help people deal with the pre-computer data problems, pre-computer and post-computer. So for pre-computer data problem, statistics. For post-computer data problem, data science is there, which also uses statistics. Okay, so this is the difference between pre and post era with respect to the computers. Another thing, for example, usually data science statistics uses comparatively much small amount of data in comparison with data science, which uses a very large amount of data. And in general, if you just recall from the previous lecture that we have talked about big data. So in general, statistics does not require big data or huge amount of data. In general, we are not cover the whole population, but we gather, for statistics, we just gather a realistic or a true representative of the actual population, and we call it sample. So what is sample? Is it just a subset of the whole population? But it is required that the sample should reflect or should represent the actual population. Okay, so this is the another difference. So if we further want to extend data science definition for comparison with statistics, then we call it that data science covers accessing information from large databases, writing computer code to manipulate data and then visualize it. So collecting or collection of large amount of data might be big data, then writing computer program, writing algorithms, implementing efficient data structures to manipulate these data, and then finally visualize this data and the findings using different visualization techniques. Okay, so this is more about, or if we further extend the definition of data science to compare with the statistics. The last point, which will also differentiate statistics from data science, is actually in data science the another aspect is actually involved, which usually not involved or involved at a very minimum level, and this is actually the administrative aspect. And this administrative aspect is actually dealing with the huge amount of data, how you will be managing, how you will be storing, how you will be keeping privacy and the confidentiality associated with the data. And to further add, say how you will be harvesting it, how you will be processing it, how you will be storing it, how you will be cleaning it. Whenever I talk about cleaning, I also want to mention one term which is very commonly used by data analysts and basically data scientists as well, that data cleansing, and another term which is actually data massaging. And this is what? This is basically the activity which we need to perform in order to enhance the quality of the data, to eliminate the impurities, to minimize the issues exist in the data. Okay, so again this is a whole concept. Here I am just giving you an overview that what is actually data cleaning or what is actually data massaging, right? And of course these are actually more central to data science than in hardcore statistics. I am not saying that in statistics you don't have to collect data, or you don't have to store data, or you don't have to basically harvest data. We are not saying this. But if you want to compare this activity or the level of activity involved with data science and these activities level in the statistics, then in data science the involvement of these activities is much more significant, much more larger than in comparison with the statistics. So these activities also involve in the pure statistics, but at a very minimum level. But in comparison when we talk about the data science, its impact is much larger, and these activities required much more time, required much more importance. So this is basically the relationship between statistics and data science. Okay, so we have already done comparison, and I just want to mention again that we will be using, or the data scientist uses, statistics to perform different type of analysis on the data. Okay, so we have tried to differentiate it, both of the field, and now what I am telling you is basically how the statistics plays role in data science. So we uses statistics in different phases of data science to perform data analysis. For example, you might hear about the term EDA, or which is called as exploratory data analysis. Of course, to perform exploratory data analysis, we use statistics. At the post stage, might be after doing some sort of basically, when we are doing feature engineering, we might use statistics. Even after building the post modeling, or you can say when you have developed a model, in order to assess the quality of the model, we might use a statistic over there as well. So not necessarily that for every project or for every study we will be using a statistic in all these phases, but yes, in most of them we use statistic, or it is recommended to use statistics. So statistics plays a very important role in data science. Okay, so now we understand that was it a difference between statistics and data science, and how we use statistics in data science. So now move towards computer science. I hope most of you are actually somehow relevant to the computer science. So you might be interested that how basically computer science is actually relevant to data science. Of course, these two fields are not same, but just computer science is extensively used in data science. For example, databases. Okay, so you know it very well. If you are a computer science student, you might at least gone through one course of database management system. Okay, so databases, which is basically designed to handle huge amount of data in an efficient manner. So as you are aware that if you want to store, to retrieve efficiently the huge amount of data, might be the big data in data science, we need to store it efficiently. No matter we are talking about here, we are not talking about only relational databases. We might have some other type of databases. Might be we have no SQL database, in which we have variety of database, key value pair, maybe a graph database, or maybe document oriented database, and so on. So all these are actually developed, or all these are actually part of the computer science field, but we use it extensively in data science. Okay. Then of course there are visualization techniques, which is developed as part of in your computer science, and here in data science we extensively use it because we want, those you know it, a picture worth thousands of words. So ideally we want to visualize this data and the findings to better understand the finding. Okay, so then of course algorithms. Of course there are plenty of algorithms available to perform different type of activities, to perform different type of analysis, to perform different type of actions on various complex data or various complex huge amount of data. And you know it very well, even for single task there are different algorithms available, each one of them its own efficiency with respect to time and with respect to space. Here space meaning memory. So we want to use as much as efficient algorithm with respect to time and with respect to space to solve our problem in a minimal amount of time and by using minimum amount of memory. Okay. And of course then machine learning itself, because with machine learning have basically different a large number of algorithms which come under the umbrella of machine learning, whether it's supervised learning, unsupervised learning, or reinforcement learning. So many algorithms are actually available which you need to implement in different programming languages. You might need to use different packages available in your favorite programming languages, and then you can use it to solve. So again, these machine learning algorithms also somehow come under the umbrella of computer science. So you will be using machine learning extensively in data science for different type of activities. Okay, so this is something about data science and computer science. And here we have tried our best to basically convey you that computer science is a large part of the computer science is actually extensively used in data science field. Okay, so we have just covered a comparison between data science and computer science. Now I would like to move towards the comparison between data science and engineering. As we are well aware that there are many branches of engineering, like electrical engineering, telecommunication engineering, electronics engineering, civil engineering, uh, and of course there are many other engineering like mechatronics and something like that. So there are two perspectives. One thing is basically how data science contribute in engineering, in the sense that how data science solves various engineering problems. This is one perspective. The other perspective is actually how engineering, maybe some of the specialized engineering field, how it helps in data science. For example, if we just talk about deep learning, so again, the deep learning concept is not a new thing, but in the last 10 or 15 years, it becomes really very successful in solving various problems which was not solved historically. So how it is now possible and why it is going to become popular day by day? The reason is basically in the advancement of hardwares, the availability of high performance computing machines, specialized GPUs, and cluster computing, cloud computing, and so on. So so this advancement in CPU and GPU really help in solving various complex problems which primarily belong to the engineering, and vice versa. These engineering field like electrical engineering or maybe electronics engineering, and more particularly computer engineering, really helps in solving these problems by developing more and more powerful machines which is based on CPUs and GPUs. So this is the contribution from the engineering side. And if we take few examples from engineering domain, that how basically data science helps to solve these problems from various engineering domain. So for example, if we talk about civil engineering, so for example, we talk about smart building techniques. So that was not previously possible, because even if you have a measurement of different different characteristics, different processes, different phenomena relevant to the civil engineering. Even you cannot able to solve because of this huge, how you will be processing, how you will be getting insight of this huge amount of data. But now data science really help in basically designing or constructing smart buildings, and which is not only basically very cost effective and basically assist you in achieving the best environmental conditions, like maybe a less energy consumption, more natural light entrance into the building and something like that. So this is how it really helps. Similarly, if you talk about 3D models or 3D printing, so for example, it's 3D printing of models that can help predict the weak spot in construction. So with the help of basically these 3D model, you can able to identify what are the weak points in the building, so that you can take precautionary action. You can apply more advanced technique to cope up with the problem, maybe caused at the later stage. So by using data science technique and with the help of the huge amount of data collected from these experiment, from the building a 3D model or something like that, or from the real buildings, you can able to handle situation which might occur in the later stage and which really cause in the loss of money, or maybe if you can talk about like big disasters. So so data science not only will help you in identify these type of issues, but it really help in the construction of the 3D models, which can help you in easily assessing these issues. After engineering, we must talk about business analytics. Again, one of the very well-known terms, highly relevant with the data science as well. And these days, yeah, in various organization or the various business domain, this term is frequently used, and in most of the cases they have a dedicated department to deal with business analytics. So what is actually business analytics? Business analytics refer to the skills, technologies, and practices for continuous iterative exploration and investigation of past and current business performance to gain insight and be strategic. So this is the definition. If we just focus on basically two terms, current business performance and past business performance. Okay, so how your business was doing in the past and how your business is doing it in the current scenario. So you want to, the business analytics will help you to get an insight about the past and the current business situation or business condition, so that you can make better decisions, so that you can identify existing problems, so that you can basically make a more controlled, a more data driven strategic decision for the future, so that the problem which was occur in the past, or which might be occurring at the current amount of time, which should not be occur in the future. So if you want to find out these type of issues in the past and the current, and basically, and you might be correlate these past issues with the current, and you want to get out of these issues, you want these issues should not occur in the future. So business analytics is the field which really helps you in identifying these problems, these issues, the various possibilities, and to really help you in making a strategic decision making. So uh, again, how business analytics is relevant to data science. So as I already explained, that is in business analytics, even more many activities are primarily relevant to data science. Like again, if you are forecasting something, if if it is making or guiding you towards decision making in any way, maybe you want to know about where should your organization need to spend more, in which product you want to invest more, in which product you want to perform more research, where you want to open a new branch, where you want to stop your business, where you want to merge with some other organization, where you want to basically acquire some organization, something like that. So the data used by business analytics not only of your own organization, you might perform some sort of surveys to gather data from external users. Maybe you want other organization to conduct, or market survey based organization or market research based organization to conduct a survey for your organization about your competitor, so that after getting or after gathering all these data from your own sources or from third party, from internal user or external user, you will have all these data, and then you will perform different activities, different tasks on maybe on the past data as well as the current data, to make better decision, to get an insight about the past issues or the past success or the current issues or the current achievements. So all these can be done with the help of business analytics, and in business analytics, data science really helps you in achieving excellence in your organization. In the last, we want to compare about computational social science with data science, or in other words, how basically data science help us in conducting or doing activities in the domain of computational social sciences. So, since the inception of computational social science, there are tremendous stride in generating array of interdisciplinary projects. In the interdisciplinary projects, you have to have different fields or different domains collectively combined together to solve social science problem, and this involves from computer science from computer science, statistics, mathematics, and in the last, data science. So this interdisciplinary projects involve majorly from computer science, of course, the social science field itself or the social science problem itself, along with the contributions from computer science, statistics, and mathematics. And in the recent current time, data science is contributing very well to solve various social science related problems. If we further go into the detail, then some of these projects include leveraging tools and algorithms of prediction and machine learning to assist in tackling stubborn policy problems. Other also entails like recent advances in image, text, speech recognition to classical issues in social science. So now you can see you have a diversified set of data from different types, including images, videos, text, and all these data will collectively used to solve different unsolved problems in the social science domain. And other thing is basically, in order to solve these problems, you have to use different algorithm, predictive algorithms from the machine learning domain. You have to perform exploratory data analysis. You have to visualize the findings. You have to visualize the data and everything to have a good sense of social science problem, and then ideally how you can solve these problems by using the tool set or provided by the data science itself. Okay, so you might be like, I've mentioned about machine learning. So remember, data science uses statistics, mathematics, machine learning, visualization, and so on. So all these collective, rather than I will be referring that social science will use, or the computational social science problem will use, uh, for example, stats, or maybe mathematics, or maybe machine learning algorithm, or maybe visualization. We just call it that computational social sciences problem can be solved with the help of data science. So in short, data science really help in solving various computational social science problems, which was previously not either not solved, or it was very difficult to solve. But now, with the help of data science, we can ideally solve it in a much efficient manner. And there are many case studies available where you can find it that how data science really helped them to solve these critical problems. So with this comparison, I would like to conclude this unit, and hopefully in the next unit we will try to explore, and we will try to basically understand more about data science relevant concepts. Thank you very much.